Exodus chapter 1, verses 1 to 22. I'm reading from the New Revised Standard Version, the Green Bible. Verse 1. These are the names of the sons of Israel who came to Egypt with Jacob, each with his household. Verse 2. Reuben, Simeon, Levi, and Judah. Verse 3. Issachar, Zebulun, and Benjamin. Verse 4. Dan, Naphtali, Gad, and Asher. Verse 5. The total number of people born to Jacob was 70. Joseph was already in Egypt. Verse 6. Then Joseph died, and all his brothers, and that whole generation. Verse 7. But the Israelites were fruitful and prolific. They multiplied and grew exceedingly strong, so that the land was filled with them. Verse 8. Now a new king arose over Egypt who did not know Joseph. Verse 9. He said to his people, look, the Israelite people are more numerous and more powerful than we. Verse 10. Come, let us deal shrewdly with them, or they will increase, and in the event of war, join our enemies and fight against us and escape from the land. Verse 11. Therefore, they set taskmasters over them to oppress them with forced labor. They built supply cities in Pithom and Ramesses for Pharaoh. Verse 12. But the more they were oppressed, the more they multiplied and spread, so that the Egyptians came to dread the Israelites. Verse 13. The Egyptians became ruthless in imposing tasks on the Israelites. Verse 14. And made their lives better with hard service in mortar and brick and in every kind of field labor. They were ruthless in all the tasks that they imposed on them. Verse 15. King of Egypt said to the Hebrew midwives, one of whom was named Shipra and the other Pua. Verse 16. When you act as a midwives to the Hebrew women and see them on the birthstone, if it is a boy, kill him. But if it is a girl, she shall live. Verse 17. But the midwives feared God. They did not do as the king of Egypt commanded them, but they let the boys live. Verse 18. So the king of Egypt summoned the midwives and said to them, why have you done this and allowed the boys to live? Verse 19. The midwives said to Pharaoh, because the Hebrew women are not like the Egyptian women, for they are vigorous and give birth before the midwife comes to them. Verse 20. So dealt well with the midwives, and the people multiplied, became very strong. Verse 21. And because the midwives feared God, he gave them families. Verse 22. Then Pharaoh commanded all his people, every boy that is born to the Hebrews you shall throw into the Nile, but you shall let every girl live.